These are all from Russia. Next. Focus. Now, if there was only one or two of these, maybe you have an argument. There are more than 500 of these scattered all over Europe. In front of the church where they can kiss the feet of a black doll. That's serious. Next. No, hold it. This is the one, the major one from Poland. And there are a number of these I just found out. And you see it has a scar on the face. That was done in battle. These icons, as I pointed out, were actually brought in, at the head of armies, because it was thought that their mere presence would bring them victory. And this is the favorite Madonna of the reigning Pope. Next. This is from Krakow in Poland. Now, Sister Tanya just gave me this one a couple months ago. Look at the hairstyle. That's black. Next. These are all from Poland. Next. This is the whole family. Next. And there's Jesus himself. This is from Constantinople. Next. Now, focus, my brother. This is from Germany, and this is a black saint. Now, Brother Jose showed some images of this saint last week, but not this slide. And this is one of my favorite slides right here. This is an image of the black Saint Maurice, who by tradition was born in Egypt. And this is a life-size statue in a place called Magdeburg, Germany in 1240. And for those who have to go, the videos are in the back. You can purchase the videotapes, and these slides are on there. Now, I have to tell one quick story about this. I live in San Antonio now. I'm born in California, an African born in California, grew up there, living in San Antonio. No, turn it down, brother, because I want you to focus on the slide. Thank you. And I did a presentation to a group of real unruly youth, some Africans who probably didn't know where Africa was. And I did a presentation, and little children. And one little brother named Danny was operating a projector. And I showed this slide, and Danny couldn't control himself. He jumped up and says, "He looks like an ape." Another little black kid, like he just came from the country, "He looks like a monkey." I was so hurt. I just had to just sit down and collect myself for about 10 minutes. I didn't even know what to say. Is that a terrible thing to say? But they're afraid of what? St. Maurice. Next. This is the slide my brother showed last week. Next. Next. And this is St. Maurice. Now that banner, in fact, if you focus, this is St. Maurice close to me and St. George and the Dragon on the other side. You see the dragon downstairs. Everybody's heard of St. George and the Dragon, but hardly nobody's heard about St. Maurice, who was patron saint of the Germanic Empire for about 300 years. And you have more than 300 shrines in Germany alone to St. Maurice, a black patron saint. Even Hitler had to acknowledge St. Maurice. Next. This is a depiction of a brother named Casper. And this is from Munich, Germany, from around 1500. Now, the brother is sharp. You got to give him that. He needs a piece of kente cloth in his hand. Okay? Next. This is from Sweden. And this is a depiction of the Swedish court secretary. His name is Adolf Badin, B-A-D-I-N. He was Swedish court secretary from, I think, 1760 to 1804. I was given this little photograph about this. You can't imagine the work you have to do to put these kind of slides together. You've got to be something of a detective, believe me. I was given, thank you, this poster. This was a part of a poster, and of all places, Nottingham, England in 1993. I was over there promoting a book. And I thought so much of it that I had it cut out and had it converted into a slide. This brother is playing chess in what looks like a jerry curl 200 years ago. in Sweden. What are you doing over there? Nobody has told his story. I haven't found any information in a book. A lot of our work is just beginning. Next. This is Saint Benedict the Moor. He's the founder of the Benedictine order of monks. This is from Sicily. Next. This is Alessandro de' Medici. He was the reigning Duke of Florence for 5 years. His father was a cardinal in Sicily. Next. This is a black knight, obviously, from France in the 14th century, from Normandy. Now, this photograph I got in a book, and there's a white woman with him. I just cut her off. That's what I should have did with the one of the Roman Emperor. I just cut her off there. There were black knights. They were not mythological at all. You have a man named Ceremorian, who was the greatest knight in medieval Europe. He's described as black as a crow, black as a raven, black as pitch, black as tar. He was the knight of the Round Table with King Arthur. Next. This is the Chevalier de St. Georges. He was born in Guadeloupe in the Caribbean in 1745. He moved to France. He became the greatest ice skater, the greatest pianist, the greatest swordsman, ladies' man in France. Next. This is the original Alexander Dumas. Now, he too was born in the Caribbean. He became a major general in the French army. He went to Egypt with Napoleon in 1798 and fell out with Napoleon because of the desecration of the Egyptian monuments, the Kemite monuments. Next. Now, this is his son who achieves fame as a writer. He's the author of The Count of Monte Cristo, The Three Musketeers, The Man in Iron Man, and African. By our definition of African, he wrote a book called The Black Tulip, The Black Corsican. He gave us the expression, one for all and all for one. But he also gave us another expression, and that is, a man's mind is elevated to the status of the women with whom he associates. A man's mind is elevated to the status of the women with whom he associates. I try to follow that dictum. Next. By the way, his son became the president of the French Academy of Sciences. So there's 3 generations of Africans in 18th century France, 18th, 19th century France. This is just a depiction of an African from Morocco found in early France. And that's a beautiful piece of art. Some of these are just breathtakingly beautiful pieces of art. Next. This is from England. This is Stonehenge. I had a chance to go there. And some people believe that this was established by African people. People in England believe that. Next. These are just family crests from shields. Once again, Brother Bay showed some of these last week. Next. Another one from England. Next. This is Charlotte Sophia. This is whom the city of Charlotte, North Carolina is named after. She was the Queen of England at the time of the so-called American Revolution. She is the, I think, grandmother, great-grandmother of Victoria. She had 14 children. Some of the homeliest children you ever laid your eyes on. Okay? Next. They must have took after the daddy. Right? This is just Moors' heads in England. Now, next. Let's move on. This is from early Spain. Next. And this is a depiction of a Moor. These were black people who fought with Hannibal, and when Hannibal was defeated, fought with the Romans, and finally they were converted to Islam, and in 710 and 711 led by Tarif, and then Tariq, they went into Spain. And they dominated parts of Spain, Portugal, and France from about 711 to 1492. It was said that they had everything it took to make a nation great. They introduced air conditioning, public hygiene, paved streets, massive libraries. They had cities like Cordova, Alhambra, Seville. These are the names of automobiles now. They were Muslims and they distinguished themselves. And this is a Moor in North Africa. The names Morocco and Mauritania bear their names today. Next. This is a depiction of Moorish noblemen playing chess in the 11th century in Spain.